Developing now, Hurricane Milton, now a Category 5 storm, is threatening Florida with potentially one of the worst weather catastrophes in history. The densely populated Tampa area is still recovering from Hurricane Helene, facing a significant threat from Hurricane Milton. It's expected to strike as at least a Category 3 hurricane, maintaining its strength as it moves across Central Florida.
The LA City Fire Department is sending 43 members to help with Hurricane Milton response in the southeast. Firefighters deploying from Station 88 in Sherman Oaks today. These firefighters are part of FEMA's California Task Force 1 and are swift water rescue specialists.
Typically, we'll do wide area searches either on land and water and use different means of being able to do that. We also follow up and we mark a lot of areas. Well, as we're doing the searches, we start finding infrastructure and different needs within the community that we need to identify.
The team includes 24 members who left on Saturday, 19 more flying out today. Will join an 18-member team already assisting in North Carolina with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. And as we bring in our chief meteorologist, Adam Kruger, I was struck tonight seeing the mayor of Tampa saying, if you live in an evacuation zone, you will die. Yeah. That was the message. You will die if you stay, so get out now. She said, I've never said anything like this in my life, but that's the projection. Why is this so scary?
I mean, it gives you chills kind of to hear that, too. I know another kind of effective way of messaging is, like, write your Social Security number on your arm so we can discover, you know, which body this is. Like, I've heard officials say things like that, too. It is a very powerful storm. It's going into a densely populated area, most likely, which would be Tampa, Tampa Bay. The storm surge, which is the rise of the ocean water, is going to be very high, very strong winds, heavy rain. I mean, everything that goes along with a hurricane. But it's on track. By now, there's very little question marks. Pretty good idea of where it's going and when it's going to get there.
We're thinking, again? They've just been through it.
Yeah, just 2 weeks ago or so with Helene, and I'm actually going to show a comparison of where this is going compared to where Helene went. It's a slightly different part of Florida, but still Florida, and you know, people there have had enough already with what's going on. Before we even get to that, though, I want to start with an interesting thing we have going on here locally. It's those microclimates that are acting up again with much different weather across different parts of our area. That's a time lapse this evening at LAX with the low clouds and the fog and the mist. We've seen a lot of that along the coast. We've seen a lot of that in the last several days, and this pattern is probably going to continue for at least a few days longer. So we'll get more into that. Let's start with Hurricane Milton right now, which is a Category 5. And one big thing, we talked about this earlier this evening during our 5 and 6 o'clock broadcast, but the rapid intensification on this was out of control. I mean, it was one of the most rapid intensifying hurricanes on record in the Atlantic Basin, which means the Gulf, the Caribbean, and the Atlantic. So 165 for the winds right now. It was 180 at one point, but still it's Category 5. That's the top of the scale on the 1 to 5 scale. Here's the forecast. Cone of uncertainty, they call it. So the red zone is where the center of the storm could go. There will be impacts a little bit outside of that zone, though. Notice the winds do weaken. Well, we're still talking about a major hurricane here at landfall at Category 3, maybe 125 mile per hour winds. So those are devastating winds. The storm surge could be 10 to 15 feet rise of the ocean water there. And if the center of that goes somewhere near or north of Tampa, that storm surge is going to be right into that area. By the way, this line right here is where we saw Hurricane Helene go, so it is a slightly different area, but still there's debris from that storm. There's going to be all the wind from Milton here, and it's just an extra complication. We've seen this in past hurricane seasons with like 1-2 punches for the same region. Just makes everything even more difficult to deal with. Here's the forecast of Milton as it approaches Florida. Now, one thing I've seen update on this model today, just in the last few hours, is it hurried it along a little more. This is 1 o'clock Eastern time on Wednesday. This brings it maybe making landfall around 9 p.m. Eastern time for Wednesday. But note, that's 9 p.m., and then I'm going to pause it at 9 a.m., the center of the storm already on the other side of Florida. So it's only over land, the center of it anyways, for probably less than 12 hours. And that's why the rain totals, well, they're going to be up there like you'd expect with a hurricane, but everything mostly showing less than 10 inches here. So it's not like the 15, 20 inches or more you can sometimes get with hurricanes. But the wind and the storm surge definitely going to be a big story. By the way, look how dry it is across a huge part of the nation. We could see some rain in the next 7 days for Northern California northward, but not here. That marine layer, again, it's with us. We've got dense fog advisories posted along the coast through tomorrow morning. As we go into tomorrow afternoon, we do clear out, but then maybe late day, once again, maybe some of the low clouds or fog or even mist showing up late day tomorrow. 7-day forecast now. Another thing I haven't even had a chance to get to much yet is the fact that we've got cooler temperatures coming, especially by the end of our weekend. So on the 7-day, notice how the next 5 days or so, pretty consistent with those temps, 80s for LA and Inland OC. The last couple of days of the 7-day forecast, though, those temperatures across the entire region will be even lower. Christine?